Hello and welcome to What to Play, two-player card games. This video will give you an overview of 7 two-player card games, each with a different style. Each card game will use a standard 52 card deck to play. A full tutorial for each card game covered can be found in the two-player card games playlist on the Gather Together Games channel. First up, the matching card game Gin Rummy. Each player is dealt 10 cards and has to turn the 10 cards into melds by drawing and discarding cards. The melds needed in Gin Rummy are sets of 3 or 4 cards or a run of 3 or more cards in the same suit. The game is laid back and easy to learn. The tricky part comes when you have to decide between continuing to go for a run or switch for the set. Next up is the shedding card game Speed. As the style of the game suggests, the goal of this game is to get rid of all your cards, and as the name suggests, speed is the key to winning this game. Players will play cards into the middle with 1 rank higher or 1 rank lower than the current card showing. There are no taking turns in this game. Play as fast as you can, when you can. Slowing things down is the layout card game Kings in the Corner. This game has an element of shedding too, as the goal is to get rid of your cards you were dealt. Cards are played into the middle layout when the card is 1 rank lower and the opposite color of the card showing. Also, the kings start new piles in the corners. Players take turns in this game, but can play as many cards as possible on each turn. Moving now to an adding card game, Cribbage. The goal of Cribbage is to score points through a number of various ways. It'll take some time to learn all the different ways to score points, but will provide endless enjoyment with a friend or family member. Cribbage is a great game that can link generations because of its consistent popularity throughout time. This is a game I played a lot with both my grandpas when I was growing up, and still one of my favorite card games to play today. Next up is the fishing card game Casino. A fishing style game has the objective to capture cards using cards from your hand. In Casino, the goal is to score points by capturing specific cards. It can be a little confusing on how to capture cards when you first start to learn the game, but after a few practice rounds you will be capturing cards with the best of them. Switching now to the trick-taking card game Spades. Spades is traditionally played with 4 players in partnerships, but the game can also be played with just 2 players. In the 2-player version of Spades, players will build their hands instead of just getting dealt a hand. This process provides some excitement as well as some regret. After the hands are built, the game follows the traditional trick-taking style of bidding, playing tricks, and scoring. The last game is the multi-style card game Pinochle. Just like Spades, Pinochle is traditionally played with 4 players in teams, but also has a 2-player version. Pinochle uses the trick-taking game style as well as the matching game style. Players have the goal of scoring points by winning specific cards and tricks, and scoring points by creating different kinds of melds. Pinochle is a more complex game than most, and may require a handful of practice hands before you begin to catch on. I hope one or more of these two-player card games has piqued your interest, and you're ready to gather together with a friend for some social competition. Get the in-depth video tutorial for each of the card games covered, as well as some other two-player card games, on the two-player card game playlist by Gather Together Games. Thanks for watching!